My name is Cbabi Bayoc. I'm an artist out of St. Louis, Missouri, and you're checking out Cbabi Just Paints. And just as the title says, I just paint. And I like to let my painting do the talking, so let's just get right to it. Alright, so whenever I go to a school, I always have them paint the wall black. It creates a mood of mystique, and people wonder what's going on. Once I sketch it out, I can sketch it a lot easier because I can see the white or yellow chalk that I use on the wall. It's just a little thing I started, so it's a tradition now. Each wall matte black, come in and sketch it, and then boom, make it happen. So sketch time, let's watch this, all right? Took a quick break from the Mural at Webster Child Care Center. Gotta go pick up the boys. Johnny Barago, gonna help me put some color down. The most exciting part is taping and blocking in color. So we're gonna go do that. I'm gonna go pick them up. I just dropped off a sculpture award that I made for Big Brother, Big Sisters. So I got that in. Got me a smoothie. Keep it light. Got the boys some Chipotle, and now I'm running to get my clippers real quick because my 18-year-old daughter is in the need of a haircut, so I'm gonna make that happen, and then gonna go back to the Mural for an hour or two and get it going. So see you back at the wall. Alright, so this is day 2. Yesterday was cool success. Had 2 Bayoc boys with me, helping me get the colors blocked in, interacting with some kids. It was a good time. It was a short day. They were only with me for 2 hours, and I was literally only there an hour and a half before that sketching it. So today's a little longer. I got the youngest Bayoc coming on out to go with me, so I'm gonna keep him there for 2 hours to block in the rest of the color. Then I'll probably bring him here for lunch so that I can bang out 6 hours. So that's how I like to work. I like to just stick at it. Go till my body shuts me down. Smartest? Nope. Just being authentically real. That's how I work. I just work on something till it's done. I don't like to drag it out if I don't have to. So we're gonna go get this second piece in, the second day in on this mural at Webster Child Care Center. Well, as it stands, my man Barago jumped from the Mural ship, hanging out with his boy Tate for the day, which he'll have more fun. You know, Dad loves painting, not so much for the boys. So well, now I'm gonna go ahead and it's going on 10 o'clock, get there about 10:30, work straight till 4:30, see what happens, man. You know, one brush stroke at a time. So have you guessed my secret? The magic behind what I do is I can't concentrate on one space at a time. I'm all over. Not only that, but there are areas in the wall that you can see I probably should finish feeling in the shapes, but I tend to jump from the parts that bore me, and once an area is done, as far as layers, I want to add some texture, not just to get myself excited about the final piece, but to give people an idea of just what might happen as it transpires, because once I'm almost done filling in the solid shapes, I always hear, "Oh my God, you're almost done, you were only here 2 hours." I'm like, I still have 2 weeks, trust me, I got plenty to do. But I'll humbly say, you know what, it's looking good, but still got a ways to go. Let's just see what happens. So I'm just gonna keep on painting and making it happen. So yesterday I had an interesting talk with a very sweet woman here who's been here for a while. She's really good with the kids, but watching me work, she made several comments about the fact that she wished she had pursued her passion. She wanted to emphasize that, of course, she loves working with the children. I mean, how could you not? All this energy around here, and they're so moldable right now. But she mentioned that she doesn't really like to share her work ever. And my only comment to that was, you know, unless you're trying to make a living at it, you know, nobody says you have to, you know. My only thing is when people say they want to do this for a living, but they're too scared to show it. I'm like, how is anybody gonna know that you do it? So that's really all I had to say to that. That's like, it's totally fine to have art be your way of relaxing, your way of just living with your thoughts. But you don't have to share it unless it's something that you really want to do. But yeah, if you really like to do work though, if you really like to make a living as an artist, you got to get over the fear of sharing it. You got to be vulnerable, and you got to know that everybody's not your audience. So if you sway and bend every time somebody makes a comment, then you're never gonna find your own true happiness. You know, you got to figure out exactly what you want to do. And then there'll be people who will receive it, you know. And you don't need the majority in order to make a living. You only need a certain amount of people. You only need a certain crowd. So just do what you love. Art, music, teaching, playing with animals, being a monkey trainer. Do whatever you want that makes you happy. There's a way to make a living at it. There are examples, but you got to be willing to take the leap. And hey, I'm only 40. I'm almost 47, so I get it. I got 3 kids. Got a lot of responsibility. You know, it's not so easy just to change paths and do what you want, but you know, you can sneak in an hour or 2 here and start slowly building up and figuring out what you want to do for real. And then take a stab, man. Come on. You only got one shot at this. We got to do this. Live your life. If you love it, live it. When I'm working on a piece, I like to let the line to determine where the design goes and not always necessarily worried about anatomy. Because one, it's not a real person. It's just a design, it's just art. So I can do what I want technically. And two, the clients, the kids, nobody cares if the hand's in the right place. They want to know how it feels. So I have this line going down that connects the hand to the hat, to the back of the shirt, to the hand, to the sleeve, to the back of the kid's leg, back of the foot. I try to find ways to make the lines connect everything in the design, because it's kind of my metaphor that we don't realize that we need each other for things to be harmonious, but we do. And we gotta find a common thread that we can all connect to, because just saying that we're all human and that we all breathe isn't enough. But we just need to find something that we can all say yes. We all need one another, we all need to have this flow. So I'm thinking about all that when I'm working and I'm trying to find lines that connect the pieces. And I like to let lines break things up, because sometimes you gotta break stuff up to make it right. So think about all that in my head. So, you know, when you're working, find something that can feel you and fuel you on the inside, in your heart and your mind while you're working. And it just gives more value to you working on the piece, and that you won't just feel like you're just working, but you're actually doing something. Whether people know it or not, but once somebody knows, they can share and they can pass the word beyond when you're gone, and just give people a different way to look at things. So that's it. So I came in this weekend and I added these butterflies behind the pencil, do a little detail work. You got the lines happening at the top. I put a glare over the little girl because I wanted to play off of, I don't like to do scenes, I like to do almost collage-like. So you got the kids in a boat making it look like they're over in the ocean with the whale, but then flip that with the goldfish, and you got the little girl like she's looking between glass, which is kind of cool too, because we got the aquarium coming in St. Louis real soon in the old Union Station building. What else do we got? So we got a lot of movement happening. I really love the flow of this piece. Got a lot of textures, got a lot of patterns, got little letters. I love the stars that are happening on the whale. I got the S behind the kids for sailboat. Whether they get it or not, it's just little things to add this little flower and pattern, plant pattern down here. So I love all these little textures and things that I let the wall dictate. First time having so much texture in the piece, but it's cool. So really wrapping up today, tightening up. There's just a few areas. I'm gonna put something down there on the orange, just a little bit, nothing loud, because it really pretty much looks finished. And then I gotta finish the bird, the owl, and the bumblebees. Thank you.
I see me.
Huh? You see you? Is that you?
It's gone.
Keep your brush wet and start painting the life that you want.